My name is Jackson Ives. I'm captain with the Jet Express. We run 4 high-speed catamarans to Put-in-Bay. I run the boat, run the crew, making sure everyone is doing a good job and making sure the passengers have a safe, fun, and reliable trip over to the island. We work with school groups and we work with different tour centers to inform people and get them to Put-in-Bay and to Gibraltar Island, to Stone Lab, making sure that we get them there safely, efficiently, and just expose them to the wonderful Lake Erie that we have. We have an audio message that plays as we're taking our passengers over to Put-in-Bay. One of them, we talk about Stone Lab and Gibraltar Island.
Looking starboard, we see the small island of Gibraltar. 6 acres of solid limestone and home to Cook's Castle, built in 1865 by Civil War financier J. Cook, where he visited with and entertained many distinguished guests, including past presidents of the United States. Since 1929, the island has been home to the Ohio State University Stone Laboratory. It is recognized as one of the best freshwater marine biological laboratories in the country. The Ohio State University Stone Laboratory and Jet Express are working to educate visitors about marine debris, which is any solid and human-made material that is intentionally or accidentally disposed of in our oceans or Great Lakes. Marine debris negatively affects Lake Erie and our coastal areas. With your help, we can keep our Lake Erie islands clean. During your visit, use your own water bottle, skip the straw, and dispose of your cigarette butts in a smoking receptacle.
The work at Stone Lab is very important. They do a lot of great work for the beauty of Lake Erie and to keep the lake healthy. And our role with working with them is to inform our passengers and for people that go over to Put-in-Bay to just reduce, reuse, recycle. We just want to keep our natural resources as beautiful and as clean as possible for years to come. We want to thank Stone Lab for all their hard work in keeping our lake beautiful. And coming from the Jet Express, we'd like to offer our support in whatever we can do.
My name is Larry Fletcher. I'm the president of Shores and Islands, Ohio, destination market organization for 2-county region, Ottawa County and Erie County. When people come to this region, even if they don't interact with the lake directly, it's still often the water that has brought them here. And especially if they are going to be fishing or boating or swimming, there are going to be many questions that could come up, and our go-to resource has always been Stone Lab in terms of getting those questions answered. A lot of people that go out to Put-in-Bay, they go right by that island, they think, well, what is that? What's that castle there? What's that big building there? There are tours available there, and we promote those here in our welcome centers. I'm sure it's an eye-opening experience when people get over to that little island and find out just how important that is to freshwater resources throughout the Great Lakes. So tourism is incredibly important to not only the region that we represent here in Shores and Islands, Ohio, but all up and down the lakeshore. Think of all the ways that people interact with that water. And all of the attractions that are here because of that water. Things like Cedar Point, all of our beaches, all the marinas and the boating and the waterfront dining and lodging. Those things are here because of the lake, and they all rely on a healthy Lake Erie too. Tourism spending, if you look at just the 8 counties in Ohio that border Lake Erie, annual economic impact of tourism is over $20 billion, supports more than 131,000 jobs specifically for tourism, and more than $2.6 billion annually in taxes are generated just from tourism and just from those 8 counties along Lake Erie in Ohio. That's 8 of 88 counties, and that's about 30% of the total tourism-related economic impact for the entire state coming just from those counties. So that shows the importance of the lake and the importance of an organization like Stone Lab to help protect that lake.
My name is Julene Market, and I'm from Put-in-Bay, Ohio, and as a matter of fact, I grew up on this island, so I've lived here most of my life. My family, the Market family, acquired the boat line in 1978 from the Miller family, and we kept the name Miller the same, but ever since then my family, my brothers, my nieces and nephews, the new generation coming in has owned and operated the ferry boat line. I have to tell you, this is one of the most exciting things that we do, is that in the spring and the fall, when schools are able to take their field groups, many teachers elect to bring their students over to Gibraltar Island and to Stone Lab. And Miller Ferry is the way that these students are transported. I think it's not just important for Miller Ferry that we reiterate what happens at Stone Lab, but I believe that anything that we can do to help plant the importance of this type of classes, this type of education, what we have here right in our own backyard, so to speak, so that we can create this interest among people, so that they say, yes, I can play a role in the health of Lake Erie. I think that the Stone Lab education, as far as instilling even a basic understanding among all of us, not just the residents in this area, but everywhere, nationwide, the world. This is what we rely on. This is integral to our system, not just the tourism industry, of course. This is our whole lifestyle. This is how we keep each other healthy, and we want to pass on this legacy to our children and to our grandchildren.